Intersys is a major employer and paysetter company for the United Way of Ellis County. Each year, Intersys encourages all their employees to engage in different fundraising events in the community to benefit United Way agencies. Additional community involvement includes food drives for the local food bank, adopt a spot cleanup, and participation in numerous local civic organizations. Intersys, a great place to work, a partner of the community.
The United Way of Ellis County on Eagle Community Television is brought to you by Intersys, Hayes Med, Insurance Planning Incorporated, and Eagle Communications.
Jason Rao, Executive Director of the United Way, with you again today to meet another high-impact program supported through your donations to the United Way. But before we meet our agency, I wanted to just take a minute to say thank you for helping us meet our goal. And now that the new year has switched over, we have started all of our programs, and we are well underway to helping this year's clients in need.
I'm Kelly O'Brien Kerner, Community Relations Coordinator for the Hayes Area Children's Center. Change begins here.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Kelly. I tell you what, why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of this place, because it has been here providing services to our community for decades.
Yes, it has. It started in 1966, and of course we're located on the edge of the Fort Hays State campus. A lot of campus students, a lot of teachers from the campus and community members have been involved in the beginning as the Early Childhood Developmental Center. And the people who actually founded the Early Childhood Developmental Center wanted what was best for children in the community. And since that time, it has grown into 4 programs and services that serve not only Hays and Ellis County, but we provide services to children in Rush County, and we provide services to child care providers in 18 counties in Northwest Kansas.
Now, I suppose probably most people know that you have the preschool, the Head Start system here, that the kids come here, but that's not all you do. You guys do a lot more than that. So why don't you talk a little bit about some of the other services you do besides just the preschool piece?
We have programs here, obviously, that are licensed child care, and so we have an infant room, we have 3 toddler classrooms, and we have 2 preschool classrooms. So children can come here basically when they're an infant, and they can stay at the Children's Center until they graduate preschool and they go on to kindergarten. We have licensed staff who are here. We have student workers from Fort Hays who are on work study, and we have para-educators, and all of them go through training and classes to prepare them to take care of our children in the community. And of course, we have the Healthy Start program, Healthy Start Home Visitor, who is Elaine Rupp, and she actually goes out to the families when they have a newborn and helps them transition when they take their child home. And so she's actually the beginning of the program with the services that she provides in helping people. So then we have the licensed child care. Then we have the Part C staff, who are part of USD 489, but also part of HACC. They provide services to families, kind of an outreach program. They do developmental screenings that are scheduled once a month, but they also go out to homes, and then we have families who come here. We have licensed physical therapist, we have a licensed occupational therapist, special services teacher, we have speech pathologists on staff, we also have a nurse, and then we have a social worker. So they can provide services, they can do the screenings, and they're a really great resource for the people of our community. Then we have our Child Care Aware of Northwest Kansas program, and we have 4 staff who are on site here. They work with 18 counties in Northwest Kansas, child care professionals. They provide training, they go into the homes, they do evaluations, they can provide resources for people who are looking for child care, but they can also provide resources for child care providers. And so they're a wonderful service. They're part of Child Care Aware of Kansas, and they're also part of Child Care Aware of the United States.
So really, it's about from cradle to kindergarten. I mean, you really are focused on working with children through that entire cycle of the earliest years of life. Why don't you talk a little bit about why it's so important to be out there working with children so young?
There are so many things as a parent that you don't know. There are books written on parenting, and every parent who has a child, they want the best for their child, but sometimes they don't know. And people who are educators, we often know the resources, or we have the connections, or we know where to go to find the answers or to provide help for a family. But basically, when you're a parent, you don't know everything, and you need people to help you, and that's what we provide at the Hayes Area Children's Center. And so, a lot of people in the community know us, but there are a lot of people in the community that don't know us. They don't know that Hayes Area Children's Center provides so many services and can provide so many resources and assistance from birth to school age.
All right, and you guys have been a United Way partner agency for decades now. So why don't we talk a little bit about the pieces that United Way supports you guys doing?
United Way has helped with a lot of projects here at the center, and because we are a nonprofit agency, sometimes funding plays into the picture on decisions that are made about what we can provide to help children and families to the best of our ability. And United Way has helped with things like computers, making sure that we have access to the technology, which leads us to the access to the resources that we need. United Way helped us with a stove so that we could provide meals for the children who come here to the center. And of course, we want nutrition and balanced meals, and we want a hot meal like you might have at home with your parents. And so there are a lot of things like that United Way has assisted us with so that we can function better as an agency. We can provide what's needed to the people who need our help.
Well, sure. And I know that probably the biggest project that is the continual funding with United Way involves working with the children who have disabilities, making sure that they reach a skill level that matches their peers. Now, most people would think, since that's something that the state says, well, you have to do this, the state must pay for it. But that's not actually the case, is it?
I think with any organization in today's world, you know that there's a limited amount of funding available because there's so many people who need help. And so United Way has helped us financially to make sure that our programs and our services are accessible to everybody who needs them without having to worry whether or not we have enough money to help all those children and families. United Way makes it possible to say, yes, you will be able to help those children and families, and we're grateful.
Well, wonderful. We're very happy to be a partner with you guys. So if you have a child that needs some help, what's the best way to get a hold of your organization?
We have several forms of communication. It really is what works best for a parent and what kind of time they have. We have a website, www.hacc.info. And our website has information on every service, every program, everything that we can do to provide resources for a family. We also have email, hacc@hacc.info, so people can email for information. If they live in the area and phone is the easiest form for them, 785-625-3257 is our phone number, and they can call. And of course, we're located at 94 Lewis Drive. And if you're familiar with the Fort Hays campus and the football stadium, we're on the west side of the football stadium. Our door is always open. We have an amazing staff here, and they can actually come in person if they want to visit with someone, get a tour, or get more information. We'd be able to help.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Kelly.
The United Way of Ellis County on Eagle Community Television is brought to you by Intersys, Hayes Med, Insurance Planning Incorporated, and Eagle Communications.
Choosing the right home may take months. Decorating it perfectly may take years. believing it every day just takes complete confidence in both your home and auto insurance.
Allied Homeowners and Auto Insurance, a nationwide company. On your side.
See Sue May at Insurance Planning, 3006 Broadway in Hayes. As a major employer and paysetter company, HaysMed leads the way in United Way support each year. Community involvement for HaysMed also takes many other forms, from monthly blood screenings to providing free drive-through flu vaccinations to helping citizens be healthier through the Kickstart Weight Loss Program. HaysMed remains unwavering in support of the local and regional communities it serves. That is one constant on which everyone can rely. HaysMed, a constant in our community.